First of all, I want to thank you. It's a great pleasure to have a chance to have an interview with you.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. It's great being here in Georgia. It's the first time I've visited the country, so it's been a really good experience to come and see the Georgian culture. And I love the bread. The bread is fantastic. But yeah, no, I love my playing career. It started at the age of 19. I managed to do 2 Junior World Cups, which was great. And I know how the boys are feeling after 4 games in. You're pretty sore, you're pretty banged up, and your body's is hurting every day. But I think for me, I love my journey in rugby. It gave me such a great experience both for Glasgow, Edinburgh, and down in Worcester Warriors in England as well. And obviously playing for your country is the highlight of those career moments. And yeah, to play 30 times for your country is a great honour and one that I'm very proud of.
After a long career, I want to ask you about your most impressive moment for you from your career.
There's a couple that stand out. I think the drop goal in Rome to win a game in the Six Nations that was so close and a lot of pressure in that moment to be able to deliver on that right at the end of the game where the team needed me and the country needed you. That's a massive highlight, but also at club to win 2 league trophies at Glasgow Warriors, to be involved in both matchday squad, both in 2015 and obviously in 2024 with the recent crop at Glasgow. So to win two league trophies, to enjoy those celebrations. You work so hard as an athlete to be successful, and to have a collective effort like that and the real success was amazing.
Before international rugby, there was Glasgow Warriors. You began your career, you ended your career there.
Yeah.
What does Glasgow mean for you?
Glasgow's home. Glasgow's home for me and my family. My wife's, we are both from Glasgow, so a Scottish saying is you're a home bird. So you like being at home. You like everything about the city. I love the place. All my family are still in and around Glasgow, so to play for Glasgow was a dream as when I was a little boy, and the dream was bigger to play for your country, but first and foremost it was Glasgow Warriors, and to achieve that was amazing. So young in my career to be able to step up and play professional rugby at a young age was great, and yeah, I loved every second of it. It was a real pleasure and a privilege to play for Glasgow, and yeah, it's a club that I'm so grateful that I've got a career in now, and being the academy coach at Glasgow Warriors, and help. When I retired in January, I spoke about I've lived my dream, and I'm very honoured and privileged to do that. But I'm here to help the next generation go and live their dreams. And yeah, that was a massive part of maybe retiring when my body still felt fresh, but to go into coaching so seamlessly and have that transition at a place that I love and I care a lot about is fantastic. And even to get the opportunity to come out here and coach under-20s, it's been a real privilege.
You were a boy who was dreaming for Glasgow's first cap, and now you're a coach of Glasgow Academy, and you see all the boys doing all the stuff to get a chance. How it feels to be a coach after a long career, and to have an opportunity to share your years to the boys.
Yeah, it's been a really easy transition. Like I said, going from a player into a coaching role, I knew everyone in the club, so it was not getting to know new people or get to know new relationships. It was really quite easy. And initially, if there was a training number needed, I would step up, and I still get that release of playing rugby and having a smile on my face, but at the same time, I get to coach that as well. My role at Glasgow is a lot of mentoring and getting them prepped mentally for games off the field, but a lot of it's skill development stuff, and I absolutely love that part of the game. I love kicking was a big part of my game, playing at standoff, and I love breaking down skills and giving the young guys some feedback, and then rebuild the skill and hopefully make their processes during the skills a lot more solid, and they can get some more successful outcomes. So I think for me, it's been the best and the easiest transition that I could ever wish from playing. Like we've already touched upon, I've got such a connection with the club at Glasgow Warriors, and it means so much to me. But again, the people in the club made it such a brilliant transition, and a lot of that's down to Franco Smith, the head coach, that Nick Ryan, the academy manager, and Shane Monroe, the forwards coach as well. So a lot of those guys have made it so easy for me, and yeah, a lot of the credit lies with those guys as well.
I want to ask you about your coaches. You've had a pleasure to be under some good coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Who was most impressive for you? Who did the most for you? How do you think?
Yeah, it's funny that question's a bit tricky, because you always remember your first coach that gave you the opportunity, that believed in you, that went out and brought a young guy in instead of going outside and try and sign someone with a little bit of experience. So you always remember your first coach, and I've got a lot of time for Sean Lenine to give me my first professional contract at Glasgow. Gregor Townsend came in Glasgow and really changed the environment and brought some real success to the club. Obviously, we won our first league trophy in 2015 under Gregor, and at national team level, I'm blessed with some really good coaches there. I think I learned a lot of Scott Johnson, Vern Cotter, and both Gregor at Scotland level as well. And then recently at Glasgow, Franco Smith has again brought success to the club. And the great thing of Franco being in charge of the first team at Glasgow, he really believes in the academy boys coming through and making the next step up and really pushing the club forward. So I've already got a great relationship with Franco, so it's my job to keep pushing these young guys and making sure that Franco takes notice of them, because he does believe that the club should flow through their academy and the young guys should be getting opportunities. So yeah, no, a lot of coaches, a lot of experience behind me, but yeah, I'll probably try and take a little bit of everyone, and I think the biggest thing for me as well, just be myself. I quite enjoy having fun, having a lot of energy around the place and camp. So it's getting a balance of being fun and energetic, but also making sure the guys know the little bits of detail that make the difference when it's really crucial in a match environment.
Team of Scotland under 20s. As I remember, there was also Greg Laidlaw involved in this coaching staff. You and Greg had a team up on the biggest stages. So how did it felt from playing together, coaching together, and doing all the stuff for your country again?
Yeah, so when I first joined into the transition into coaching, Greg was the attack coach for the under-20s. So a lot of my academy guys at Glasgow were working alongside Greg, so it was good to share some information on them, that he was new into the Scottish system coming from Japan. So it was good to try and educate him as much as I can. And during the Six Nations, I wasn't involved with under-20s, so the opportunity for me to come in and build off what Greg worked on in the Six Nations and try and put my own little stamp on it is really crucial. But yeah, Greg's a fantastic leader. He was a captain of Scotland on many occasions, and his knowledge of the game is second to none. So it was really solid foundations for me to come in and transition into this role for the Junior World Championship.
After Six Nations, team improved so well that you won great games in pool matches. You put some best performance against Argentina.
Yeah, I think for me it's just is getting the boys. If we believe that when we do our game plan and we follow that really strictly, we'll come away with really good outcomes in the games. And I think the boys have changed their mentality around the game as well. Like we try and stick to everything of being a process, and we know what each other's doing. So, um, for me as the attack coach, I want us to be really brave and move the ball into space as much as possible, but having a kicking game that applies pressure on the opposition and hopefully makes it a little bit less hard for them to find their flow. And Sean Kennedy's done a great job with the defence, and Henry Pyrgos with the contact area as well. And Ferg as the head coach and the forwards coach, our set piece has been really important. I mean, we've scored a lot of maul tries, so big credit to the forwards. But I think for me is just we had a lot of learning before we came in. We had a 5-week camp prior to coming out, and there was just a lot of learning of how I wanted to try and see how we wanted to play. And yeah, I think now we're hitting our straps, and the guys are really believing in it, and we've getting really good outcomes off the back of it, really good performances. I still think there's more in us. I think we're still. I think as a coach, you're always trying to learn. Even if you win a game, it doesn't mean you don't go back and you learn from each game. So we've just tried to take that learning into every game and get better and better as much as we possibly can together. Because yeah, it's been a long 9 weeks now. We're into our ninth week together. So hopefully a lot of that learning's been done, and we can just keep topping it up to chase that perfect performance if that exists.
When Scotland under 20, under 18, and also Glasgow Academy plays
Yeah.
at this level or some good matches, some good competition, which one is privileged? Good performance or the final table?
Yeah, it's a good question. It was actually one of my first questions that I asked Alistair Kellock and Fergus, the head coach. I said, "Do you want us to just try and win matches or play really good rugby?" Because I believe that Scotland wants the national team do it. It's in our history that Scotland play really good rugby. So I really wanted to change the players' mentality that we want to play good rugby first, and the result will come off the back of playing good rugby. So yeah, for me, we've got so many talented guys that I don't want us to chase a victory at the end of the game. I want us to go out and play with a smile on our face and really express themselves. For me, if players are doing that, then they're more relaxed, and they want to go out and yeah, enjoy it instead of being have a cloud of pressure above their head to if they win or lose. I want them to smile and enjoy it.
And I want to ask you about Dalziel.
Yeah.
You are also fly half. So do you share him some experience because he's only 17 years old. You were also young when you played your first World Cup, your first caps. So you know what boots he's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
now.
Yeah, for me, now that I'm a little bit older, it's I can see a lot in myself in terms of his mental approach. He wants to wear the team's pressure on his shoulders. He wants to make all the right decisions. He wants to kick every goal. He wants to have the pressure on the team on his shoulders. But for me, it's for me it's less letting the game plan take a little bit of that pressure off. He is super competitive, which is great. Again, at that age, I was the exact same. So no, it's been a great experience getting to know him. Again, I viewed the Six Nations and I seen the potential in Jake, and yeah, I think within the next 3 years he'll play for Scotland, the national team. I believe he's that good, and he's just getting better and better as the weeks go on. And for me, he really understands what we're trying to do from a game plan point of view. But for him, understanding that, it can show how good he is when he's a running threat at the line. His offloads are amazing. His kicking game's unbelievable. So he's a little bit taller than me, so he can see the space in the backfield a little bit easier than what I had to do when I had to go up a set of ladders to check it was still there. So yeah, no, he's going to be a Scotland international for a long time. I believe he's that good, and for me, the best thing about him is after the game last night, he was straight back into the team hotel, had a bit of dinner, and he was back on the laptop watching his game and reviewing it himself. And that's not on the coaches that have put that to him. That's just how much he wants to be successful. And for me, that attitude, that mentality is going to take him right to the top.
And at the end of the interview, I want to ask you about Georgia. You talked about our culture, our bread.
Yeah.
You have to try cha-cha and wine also.
Yes.
If you haven't. I want to ask you now about rugby side of Georgia.
Yeah. Well, I thought both match facilities are brilliant. They're top class. They're the one in Kitese with the 2 training pitches, the 4G pitch, the gym inside the stadium was absolutely brilliant. Like, we are really impressed as a staff and as the players that the facilities here at the match arenas have been top drawer. Our training venue in Kitese was brilliant as well, and this facility here has been great. A purpose built team environment with the gym and the pitch on our doorstep. We don't have to travel on a bus to training. We're fully focused here on the rugby side of things, and yeah, I think the facilities have been brilliant. The hospitality has been great. Everyone's been really friendly and outgoing to help the team be successful. So yeah, I can't say enough. Although my hay fever was a little bit worse than Kitese, it's a little bit better here. I was sneezing a lot, so it's been nice being up in Tbilisi. But yeah, it's been a great experience, and the guys have really enjoyed it as well. We went and done some caves, and when in our last hotel, we were right beside the caves, and yeah, it's been a really good experience for the young guys to come and to see Georgia. I've got a friend at Glasgow, Roddy, and he was coaching with the national team, and he could only say good things. Him, Roddy Grant, and I think the Northampton skills coach was in the Georgian team, and he said that you're going to love it out here. So yeah, I've only got good experiences of being here in Georgia, and I think Georgian rugby is in a really healthy spot, and hopefully with the facilities that we've seen, that it can help keep producing young players. I know the number 8 plays for Toulon, and he played against the Glasgow Warriors when Toulon beat us in the quarter final of Europe. So I know how good he is. He's a really big athlete. The way he can physically dominate the opponents when he's playing, I'm really impressed by him. And yeah, if you keep producing players like that, I'm sure Georgia's going to keep growing from strength to strength.
And the final one, after all this experience, with young players now, what would you say to the players who are trying to improve and trying to reach the top level of rugby?
Again, pretty similar to how I want to coach is have a really big smile on your face. You have to enjoy it. Like, why are you playing rugby if you can't get the enjoyment out of it? So for me, you have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy the days in the gym. You have to enjoy when it's raining. You have to enjoy when it's sunny. We get a lot of the rain in Scotland, not so much here, but yeah, you just have to enjoy it and work as hard as you possibly can. I think if you do that and you learn each time you play, then that's the only way for me that you're going to develop. If you put too much pressure on yourself for success, or too much pressure on yourself to make every decision in a game perfect, or every skill decision, or whatever it is, you'll have a big weight over your shoulders, and it will drag you down, and you won't get that enjoyment. But if you keep learning, you made a bad decision because of this, the defender done that, or you made a good decision because of that. Just keep learning, and when that moment or whatever's behind you, just have a little think of how it happened. But yeah, you have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy the hard work as well to get you in those positions.
Thank you again. It was great pleasure to meet you, to have a chance to make an interview with you.
Thank you.
So